Hey guys, this is Stars Boy 1 through 6, and today I am bringing you the Lego The Walking Dead Season 3 behind the scenes look. Now, I've been doing this, since Season 2, doing a little behind the scenes, with me talking about it, and, you know, people are really liking the series. Now, I know that some of the scenes that I did do in Season 3 were really like the actual TV series, which I do forgive. I am sorry that I did that. It's funny because I actually filmed almost all of season 3 in one day, or 2 or 3 days, and I was watching the three, actual season 3 of the TV series at the same time. So yeah, I hope you guys understand like that. Now season 4, there is a few tie-ins, but there's not too many. Or there's a few scenes that are kind of identical, but there's not too many that we have, which I think is a good, it's a good thing. But also, it is kind of nice to have a little bit some of the same stuff sometimes. But one of the main things I want to talk about is the deaths. Now, this is the season that had the most deaths. I told you guys in season 2 finale that the season 3 is gonna have a shit ton of deaths. We had Hanson die. He was the military officer, and he died in episode 10. Then he came back to life, and Mason killed him in episode 11. Or he was resurrected as a walker. And then I don't even have a name for this guy, but the guy who got shot in the head by Brutus, the one that cut off his arm or hand, his left hand, he died as well. That's 2. Candace died, which was Richard and Mary's only kid left, and they've lost 2 kids now. They are having a hard time. Now, we're going to see more of Richard and Mary in season 4. I'm really excited for what is ahead for them. Chris and Stacy's relationship progresses in season 4 as well, and we find out a little more about Mason and Emily's relationship. Same with Mason and John, his son. We find out a little bit about them. Now, season 4 will come back December 1st, 2013. I know that's 2 months away, guys, but the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to post any of the series, any of the episodes while the actual TV series is on. But the night of the mid-season finale, I will post one. Now, that is a Sunday. It will be exactly 8 weeks from now. It's 9 weeks right now. But when the episode 1 of season 4 airs on AMC, like of the TV series, it'll be 8 weeks away until it's there, so 2 months. Hope you guys enjoy that. Season 4 is a little bit slower, but we gotta kind of take a step back after the last 2 seasons. Now, where are they headed? Well, I don't want to get too much into that, but I do feel like we need to talk about it. Basically, we've got winter coming up, so I've had this grand idea that I want to film in the snow, but the last winter when I was thinking about filming, we didn't get much snow, and I haven't been getting as much snow as I usually do. So hopefully this winter, I'll get a lot of snow. But unfortunately, we're not going to be filming in the winter, so we're gonna have about a 6-month time jump, kind of like season 3 or season 2 to season 3. So I'm gonna try to keep the time around. We'll probably start back up around day 290. So that's when we'll see him again. That'll be so. Stacy's pregnancy will be really far into. She'll be like about 8 months pregnant, or yeah. So she's gonna have that baby, and she's gonna not gonna be as useful. We'll find out what happens with her in season 4, and yeah. So I'm planning for in a future season that we will have a winter event, like winter season. But I could make snow, like I could if I needed to, but that'd be really, really agonizing. But I plan at some point in the series to actually do the snow thing. But yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But next thing I want to talk about is, oh yeah, where exactly they're headed. The only hint I'll give you is it's kind of like what Rick's group was doing in the beginning of season 3. That's all I would really give you, and that's a pretty big hint. But yeah, now onto the Quarry. Most people got it, and I just want to make sure that everyone got it. The final scene of season 3 in my series was at the Quarry. Now the Quarry, if you aren't like totally obsessed with The Walking Dead, or you don't know what it was the Quarry that Shane's group was hiding at, and then Rick joined. So it's basically, Rick's group was there, and I had a tie-in with it. 'Cause, I didn't have any tie-ins really this season. I had an idea that we'd see Rick on the horse in Atlanta. Like, they'd go on a supply run, and then they'd see Rick on the horse. But I was like, nah, that I was thinking about it. I really was. But yeah, so next is the Quarry got overran like on day 63. It was day 63, I think. And then we arrived there, I think, like day 80 or day 80. I can't remember, but it was about 3 weeks afterwards. Now, there's the graves. There were, the burned bodies. I was thinking about doing like a tie-in with what's his name? Joe? Is it Joe or not Joe? The guy who got bit, that owned the gun store in the comics, but I don't remember his name right off the top of my head, and I just watched like that episode because I've been watching them. But I was thinking about having him a tie-in with him next to the tree, like, as a walker. But that didn't happen. That would have been a good one too. But yeah, now that we've got the Quarry out of the way, the season 3 overview. Now, I was really glad I did this. We did not know where Brutus was for the first 6 episodes. We're like, wait, and like I'm sure it got some of you guys for about 6 weeks. We did not know what was up with Brutus. We didn't see Brutus until episode 7 of season 3, and so yeah, that was that. It was actually only like 10 days, or like it was 7 to 10 days in actual timeline, but it was actually like 6 episodes. But yeah, so we got the Brutus. Chris and Stacy got captured, and I had this idea that Brutus raped Stacy and got her pregnant. Now I didn't want to like just say, oh, she's pregnant now. I actually waited about 4 more episodes, and I think it was episode 13 that she finds out. And yeah, so now it may or may not be Brutus's. I still don't even know, like, because because Chris and Stacy never had sex beforehand, before Brutus raped her. So it's up in the air, and we won't find out until we may never find out. She may never find out. They may never. I might not even. I think I know what I'm gonna do for it, but I'm not sure. It could be Chris's or Brutus's. And also another thing is, just because Brutus is dead doesn't mean he's not gonna be in the series still. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah. So, anyways, continuing with season 3, I decided that I had too many characters. Now I had at least 18 people in Mason's group, which is enough, but I can't get enough. I can't do everyone's story arc or your character arc, and so I had to kill people off. Like, I wanted. One of the things I was thinking, I was gonna have Hanson die in the season 2 finale instead of Private Ryan. That's a Easter egg there. But yeah, and I was gonna have Private Ryan like live into season 4, but when I film them, I sometimes get too excited and I just start killing people off, and it's kind of funny. Um, but yeah, so Hanson died, and basically we lost all the rest of the. There's no more military in Rick's group anymore, other than Chris, and he was a police officer. There's no other police officers now, if I remember correctly. Um, because it's hard for me to remember because I'm in a different season. I'm filming a season, so I know everything for that season at the moment. But yeah, um, now the mysterious woman in apartment 666. I'm not gonna tell you. Like, we know who it is if you watch the series in season 1, but I'm not gonna tell her name. I know the name of her. You'll find out in season 4. You'll find out her backstory throughout the series. Um, and who knows? She may leave them in season 4. She may die in season 4. She may stay with them. It's up in the air. I can't really tell you guys anything, but she's a pretty badass character. Now, the final battle of season 3. There was I originally had 3 different endings for season 3, not like the very ending, but the end battle, like with Brutus. I was originally gonna have Nathan kill him because he killed Greg, but then I decided, wait, I could just have Mason kill him. But I was like, that's too cliche to have the main character kill off Brutus. Then I was like, wait, who really deserves to get to kill Brutus? And I was like, Stacy does. Stacy shoot, like, she has him at gunpoint, and then he attacks her. So then she shoots him, and this is just clarifying. She shoots him in like the kidney, so he's like slowly dying out. And then when Greg is resurrected as a walker or a geek or a biter, whatever you want to call him, or the decayed, Greg finishes him off, and that's just kind of karma on Bruce's side. But yeah, he was a dead man no matter what. So Stacy and Greg as a walker basically killed him. And I thought it was the best ending. Now, I know there were a few better endings, but yeah. And I decided to make a combination of all 3 of the endings. I was originally going to film all 3 of them, just pick, but I decided, no, I'd have Nathan a charge at him, get shot, and make it look like, and he actually could have died from that gunshot if from where it is. If it was a little bit lower, it would have got him in the chest. So yeah, he got shot like right in the collarbone. But yeah, so Nathan got lucky. Mason got stabbed in the he got stabbed in the same spot. I did not know that, or I didn't think about it. He gets stabbed like in the upper shoulder, and then Brutus slashes his cheek. Now you see that Mason will have that scar in season 4. And he'll continue to have that scar no matter what season you see him in. He'll have a scar on his, when you're looking at him, it's his right cheek, but it's left if you were in his perspective. And yeah, so you see when they're at the apartment 666, he has like a red cut on his cheek, and that's a scar from Brutus attacking him and cutting him. But yeah, because I was really thinking maybe like Mason gets his hand cut off, or maybe he loses an eye or something. But I decided now I just have him get a scar. But yeah, the final battle was really good. Now Nathan's character arc is going to change a lot throughout the next season, or seasons, whichever. I don't know. But yeah, Nathan's decisions may get him killed or may not get him killed, but Nathan is gonna have a hard time, coping with his brother's death, because as close as Mason is to Nathan, like Nathan has no one else to for anything. Like, he looked up to Greg. Greg was his older brother, so he's gonna have a hard time dealing with this. and you'll see what I'm talking about when this season 4 comes in. Now, the one of the best parts I personally think of the whole season 3 was Henry Rowe. I came up with this right out of the blue. I was like, I could have a traitor, and then I was like, who is the most like who is a traitor that who could be a traitor of the group? And I was like, and I can't even remember his name anymore because I made this new name for him, and it's Henry Rowe. It's the guy. Well, it's something with a J. It's not James. It's not Jason. It's yeah. I don't remember his name, but his real name. I have to go look back. But yeah, and so yeah, he basically we don't know what he did exactly, but he did kill people in his past. He got arrested, and all we know is that he met up with Dale between sometime in season 1 before meeting Chris and Nathan at the supply shop. Now but yeah, we don't know what happened with him, but now he's dead, and yeah, so I thought this would be a good idea, and also I decided instead of killing him off or having that battle with Henry and Matthew right away, and I was kind of disappointed I had to kill Matthew off, but it was like there's no one else I could really. But yeah, so Henry, I decided we found out he was a traitor in episode 3. Nothing really came about until episode 6, and then we didn't even deal with him or see him that much after that. We saw him for maybe a few scenes in the middle of those episodes, and then episode 15 I decided that we'll finish this once and for all. Episode 15, Order in the Court, they decide they're going to have a democracy, which they already have, but they're going to vote for it. And this is mainly Matthew who wanted the vote, and Mason was just going to kill him off, which they should have just done. Now, Matthew dies because of this, but he died doing what he believed in. And all I can say is that, Matthew was a good guy, and, unfortunately he was still stuck in, the passive, the better good of, others, and, having justice in a world that there's no more justice in. So, yeah, and then I think is episode 16. Episode 16, Henry is killed, and Chris kills him as a walker. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And yeah, so that's basically it. Other than, Tom or Thomas, he could have got killed if, Henry just basically, went, didn't do anything about him. And, Thomas would have got killed by Mason. Mason would have killed him. So, Henry kind of saved his life, you could say, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes look. There's a few pictures in this that you'll see that are exclusive to this. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna release another one of these things called The Making of Lego The Walking Dead Season 3, and that should be pretty good. It's not as long as this, but it's, about a few minutes long, and that should be good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is like almost 20 minutes long, the longest I've ever done. I'm sure if there's no one listening by now, but if you are listening this far, comment, Brutus, I don't know. Comment Greg. Greg is a badass or something. I don't know. But yeah, please rate, comment, subscribe, guys. It's been Stars for 1 through 6, and goodbye.